Hi, Dr. Yerby here. In this video, I'm going to be going over installing Windows Server 2016 in Vsphere that is in my VMware Workstation Pro that's running VMware ESXi on a virtual machine. So let me give you a little bit of quick introduction to the atmosphere, and then we'll go through and I'll show you how to do this. So I have VMware ESXi running here within VMware Workstation. So I have that running, and we see my IP address is 192.168.71128. So that's how I'm actually connecting to that through the Vsphere client running here in a version of Windows 7. So we can see here's how I'm connecting there. And then to install Windows Server, I've gone out and now we need to downloaded an eval version of Windows Server, and if I want to license it later, I'll need to take care of that through my Imagine account or purchasing a Windows Server. So I've downloaded that 6.5 gig file, and then to be able to install it in Vsphere, what I've done is I've gone in to the data store. So I right-clicked here and went to browse my data store. Found a file where I'm keeping my ISO images. Selected this file, selected upload, browsed to that path. So you can see this long path here. And then this is taking, I don't know, maybe 10-15 minutes. So I'll pause it here and we'll pick right back up in just a second. Now I have the ISO file uploaded, so it's this long name. I didn't bother to rename the download file. So I'll go ahead and close out this data store, and now I'll go back to the home page. I can see over here in my inventory, my library, that I currently have an Ubuntu 12.1 machine. So I want to create a new machine. We'll go ahead and accept the typical installation now. In later videos I'll go through and I'll set up some different types of drives. But for now we'll go ahead and create this, and so we'll call this Windows Server 2016. Next, I'm going to get that file from the data store, or the data store. I'm going to have that, and so we'll say Server 2016 Windows. How many NICs? One is fine for now. If I want to add another one later, I'll do that. The physical computer that I'm using only has one NIC anyways. I'm going to thin provision this, again because I'm working with limited resources on what I really want to allocate to this virtual environment. But I'll say it can grow up to 60, but by doing the thin provisioning, that doesn't take that 60 gigs up right now. It just says it's allowed to grow that. So I get this error message that says that the disk capacity is greater than the amount available in the data store. Let's see. So let's go back and change this. I can't remember how much was there in my data store. I think it was only 32.5 gigs because I used some of it previously. Alright, let's go ahead and edit the settings real quick. Take a look at the RAM. Probably going to have some other VMs running at the same time. I think I have 16 gigs of RAM in this actual machine. Might be 32, I can't remember. Okay, and everything else looks good. And now we need to go to this data store ISO file. And so again, this is going to be, I need to go to the data store, and I upload it to this file, and we can see this, again, the 6.5 gig file here. Alright, and I'll tell it to connect at power on. That way when the machine powers on, it'll be like putting the disk inside of a CD drive. Alright, now we can go through power on, and then you'll go through all the same steps that you would if you were physically installing Windows Server 2016 on a physical computer. So that'll conclude this video, and I'll have another one to follow this up. Thanks.